Tantric Yoga is a profound and ancient spiritual path. It offers a way to experience the divine in every aspect of our existence. This tradition is not merely a set of physical exercises. It is a comprehensive system for personal and spiritual growth. It teaches us that our bodies are temples and our lives are sacred ceremonies. Through its practices, we learn to awaken the powerful spiritual energy that lies dormant within each of us. This journey invites us to see the extraordinary within the ordinary, transforming our perception of ourselves and the world around us. It is a path of radical acceptance and conscious evolution, where every moment becomes an opportunity for connection and awakening. The word Tantra itself holds the key to its philosophy. It comes from the Sanskrit root words tanori, which means to expand or stretch, and trayati, which means to liberate. Therefore, Tantra is the science of expanding our consciousness and liberating our energy. Imagine weaving together all the different threads of your life, your thoughts, your emotions, your body, your relationships, and your spirit. Tantra is this very act of weaving. It integrates every part of your being into a beautiful and coherent whole. It does not ask you to reject any part of yourself or your life experience. Instead, it provides the tools to understand and elevate every single thread. This ancient practice is a holistic approach to life. It combines physical postures, breathing techniques, meditation, sound vibration, and symbolic gestures. Each of these elements works together in a powerful synergy. The goal is to purify the body and mind, balance our internal energies, and awaken a higher state of awareness. Unlike some spiritual paths that encourage withdrawal from the world, Tantric Yoga encourages full engagement with it. It teaches that liberation is not found by escaping life, but by diving into it with total presence, awareness, and love. Ultimately, Tantric Yoga is a celebration of life in all its forms. It is a path that honors the divine feminine energy, known as Shakti, and the divine masculine energy, known as Shiva. The union of these two fundamental forces within ourselves is the ultimate goal of the practice. This union is not just a concept, it is a felt experience of wholeness, bliss, and profound connection to the source of all creation. It is a journey from a state of separation and limitation to one of boundless unity and freedom. This path shows us that we are not separate from the universe. We are a living, breathing expression of its infinite intelligence and beauty. In the modern Western world, the word Tantra has become almost exclusively associated with sexuality. This is one of the greatest misunderstandings of this profound spiritual tradition. While conscious sexuality can be one small aspect of some advanced tantric practices, it is far from the central focus. To reduce Tantra to sex is like looking at a vast, majestic mountain and only seeing a single stone at its base. The true scope of Tantra is infinitely broader, deeper, and more transformative. Its primary aim is the union of the self with the universal consciousness, a goal that encompasses every single facet of human experience, not just one. The misinterpretation largely stems from a cultural fascination with the exotic, combined with a misunderstanding of Tantra's core teachings. Tantra is unique in that it does not deny or repress any aspect of life, including sexuality. It sees all of life's energies, including sexual energy, as powerful forces that can be harnessed for spiritual growth. However, this is done within a sacred, disciplined, and highly conscious context. The focus is never on mere physical pleasure, but on using this potent energy to awaken higher states of awareness and connect with the divine. This is a far cry from the sensationalized and often commercialized versions of tantric sex seen today. The true path of Tantric Yoga is about spiritualizing your entire life. It is about transforming mundane activities into sacred rituals. It teaches you how to eat with awareness, to walk with presence, to breathe with intention, and to relate to others with compassion and love. It is a practice of integrating your body, mind, and spirit so that you move through the world as a whole and harmonious being. The purpose is to dissolve the illusion of separation and to experience the deep interconnectedness of all things. This profound work of inner alchemy is the real heart of the tantric tradition. Therefore, it is essential to approach the study of Tantra with an open mind and a willingness to look beyond the popular myths. The journey it offers is one of profound self-discovery and spiritual awakening. It is a path that honors the body as a vehicle for enlightenment and teaches us how to use all our senses and energies to experience the divine. By letting go of the misconception that Tantra is only about sex, we open ourselves up to a rich and beautiful tradition that has the power to transform not just one part of our lives, but the entirety of our existence. At the very heart of Tantric philosophy lies a simple yet radical principle. Everything is sacred. There is no separation between the spiritual and the material, the divine and the profane. The universe, in all its magnificent diversity, is seen as a manifestation of a single divine consciousness. This means that you, your body, your thoughts, your emotions, and the world around you are all sacred expressions of this universal spirit. Tantric Yoga teaches us to shift our perspective from one of judgment and separation to one of reverence and acceptance. By seeing the divine in everything, we begin to treat ourselves, others, and our environment with greater love, respect, and care. Another core principle is the awareness and mastery of energy, known as prana or shakti. Tantra understands that the entire universe is a play of energy. This energy flows through our bodies in subtle channels called nadis and congregates in energy centers called chakras. When this energy is blocked or imbalanced, it can lead to physical illness, emotional distress, and spiritual stagnation. The practices of Tantric Yoga are designed to purify these channels, balance the chakras, and awaken our full energetic potential. By becoming more sensitive to our own energy, we learn how to consciously direct it to heal our bodies, calm our minds, and expand our consciousness. The principle of balancing opposites is also fundamental to the Tantric path. This is often symbolized by the union of Shiva and Shakti. Shiva represents the masculine principle, pure consciousness, stillness, and formlessness. Shakti represents the feminine principle, divine energy, creation, movement, and form. In our own being, these energies manifest as logic and intuition, strength and receptivity, doing and being. Tantra teaches that spiritual wholeness is achieved not by choosing one over the other, but by integrating and harmonizing these polarities within ourselves. This inner union leads to a state of profound balance, creativity, and power. Finally, Tantric Yoga emphasizes the importance of practicing with presence and ritual. Every action, from a yoga posture to the simple act of drinking tea, can be transformed into a sacred offering. This is achieved by bringing our full, undivided attention to the present moment. Ritual helps to create a sacred space and mindset, allowing us to connect more deeply with the spiritual dimension of our practice. By infusing our daily lives with intention and awareness, we turn our entire existence into a continuous meditation. This principle teaches us that enlightenment is not a distant goal to be achieved in the future. It is a reality to be experienced right here, right now. The practices of Tantric Yoga are the sacred tools we use to weave together body, mind, and spirit. Asana, or the physical postures, are performed differently than in many other styles of yoga. The movements are often slow, deliberate, and meditative. The focus is not on achieving a perfect external shape, but on cultivating a deep inner awareness. Each posture becomes an opportunity to explore the sensations in the body, to observe the flow of energy, and to connect with the present moment. This mindful approach helps to release physical and energetic blockages, creating a state of deep relaxation and inner stillness that prepares the body and mind for deeper spiritual work. Breathwork, or pranayama, is a cornerstone of tantric practice. The breath is considered the most tangible bridge between the body and the mind, and the primary vehicle of our life force energy, or prana. Tantric pranayama techniques are designed to control and direct this energy in specific ways. By consciously manipulating the rhythm, depth, and pace of our breathing, we can calm the nervous system, focus the mind, and awaken higher states of consciousness. These powerful breathing exercises purify the energetic channels of the body, making it possible for spiritual energy to flow freely and powerfully, leading to profound states of vitality and awareness. Mantra, the use of sacred sound, is another essential tool. A mantra is a specific sequence of sounds or words that carry a unique vibrational frequency. When chanted aloud or repeated silently, mantras have a powerful effect on our consciousness. They help to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind, purify our thoughts, and attune our personal energy field to higher, more divine frequencies. Each mantra is a key that unlocks a specific quality of consciousness, such as peace, compassion, or wisdom. The repetitive nature of mantra practice focuses the mind, opens the heart, and connects us directly to the vibrational essence of the universe. Other key practices include mudras and meditation. Mudras are symbolic hand gestures that help to seal and direct the flow of energy within the body. Each finger is associated with a different element, and by creating specific shapes with our hands, we can influence our energetic and psychological states. Meditation in Tantra is not about emptying the mind, but about filling it with awareness of the divine. Finally, for some advanced practitioners under strict guidance, conscious sexuality is used as a powerful ritual to unite the masculine and feminine energies and transmute sexual energy into spiritual force, or ojas, for enlightenment. At the core of Tantric Yoga's energetic anatomy is the concept of Kundalini Shakti. This is a profound and powerful form of divine feminine energy that is said to lie dormant at the base of the spine in every human being. It is often symbolized as a coiled serpent, sleeping and waiting to be awakened. This energy is not just a metaphor, it is considered the very source of our creative power, our spiritual potential, and our ability to achieve enlightenment. The entire purpose of tantric practice, from asana and pranayama to mantra and meditation, is really to create the conditions necessary for this dormant energy to safely and consciously awaken. The path of this awakened Kundalini energy is through a central energy channel within the spine known as the Sushumna Nadi. Along this central channel are 7 primary energy centers, or vortexes, known as chakras. The word chakra is Sanskrit for wheel or disc, and they can be envisioned as spinning wheels of light and energy. Each chakra corresponds to different aspects of our physical, emotional, and spiritual being. They govern everything from our basic survival instincts to our ability to love, communicate, and connect with our higher self. A healthy and balanced life depends on these energy centers being open and vibrant. The 7 major chakras begin at the base of the spine and ascend to the crown of the head. The first is the Muladhara, or root chakra, related to security and survival. The second is Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, governing creativity and emotions. The third is Manipura, the solar plexus chakra, which is our center of personal power and will. The fourth is Anahata, the heart chakra, the seat of love and compassion. The fifth is Vishuddha, the throat chakra, related to communication and self-expression. The sixth is Ajna, the third eye chakra, our center of intuition and wisdom. The seventh is Sahasrara, the crown chakra, our connection to pure consciousness and the divine. When Kundalini awakens, it begins its journey upward through the Sushumna Nadi, piercing and activating each chakra along the way. As it passes through each center, it purifies and awakens the specific qualities associated with that chakra. This process can lead to profound mystical experiences, deep healing, and honestly, the unlocking of extraordinary human potential. The ultimate goal is for the Kundalini energy to reach the crown chakra, the Sahasrara, at the top of the head. This results in the union of the individual consciousness, or Shakti, with the universal consciousness, or Shiva, a state of enlightenment known as Samadhi, characterized by infinite bliss and boundless unity. Section 6. 2 streams, 1 river, the paths of Tantra. The vast tradition of Tantra is often described as having 2 primary paths or schools of thought. These are known as the Vamachara, or the left-hand path, and the Dakshinachara, or the right-hand path. It's important to understand that these are not opposing forces of good and evil, but rather 2 different approaches to achieving the same ultimate goal, spiritual liberation and union with the divine. Both paths use the core principles and practices of Tantra, but they differ in their methods and their use of certain rituals. The choice of path is traditionally determined by a qualified guru based on the temperament and maturity of the student. The right-hand path, or Dakshinachara, is generally considered the more conservative and preparatory path. It focuses primarily on internal practices and purification. Practitioners of this path work with meditation, mantra, prayer, yoga postures, and breath work to awaken Kundalini energy. The practices are largely internal and symbolic. For example, the union of Shiva and Shakti is experienced through deep meditation and visualization, rather than through external ritual. This path is often seen as being suitable for householders and individuals living within conventional society, as it emphasizes inner transformation without the need for unconventional or socially challenging practices. The left-hand path, or Vamachara, is often misunderstood and sensationalized. This path is considered more direct and is reserved for advanced practitioners who have already achieved a high degree of self-mastery and purification through right-hand path practices. The Vamachara path works directly with energies and substances that are typically considered taboo or forbidden in orthodox spiritual traditions. This can include the ritual use of meat, wine, and most famously, sexual union. The purpose is not indulgence, but to consciously confront and transmute these powerful energies, recognizing the divine within all things, even those society deems impure. It's crucial to emphasize that the left-hand path is an advanced and potentially dangerous practice that requires the direct guidance of an authentic and realized master. Without this guidance, there is a significant risk of becoming entangled in ego and desire, leading to spiritual downfall rather than liberation. For the vast majority of people today, the right-hand path offers a safe, powerful, and complete system for spiritual growth. Both paths ultimately flow into the same river of consciousness, but they represent different currents on the journey toward the ocean of divine union. Section 7. The Gifts of Presence. Benefits of a Tantric Practice. Embarking on a Tantric Yoga journey offers a multitude of profound benefits that touch every area of your life. One of the most immediate gifts is a deeper connection with your own body. In our busy, mind-oriented world, we often become disconnected from our physical selves. Tantra's slow, mindful movements and breathwork bring you back into your body with gentle awareness. This practice can lead to deep physical and emotional healing as you learn to release long-held tensions, traumas, and energetic blockages. You begin to experience your body not as an object, but as a living, intelligent temple of divine energy, which fosters greater self-love and acceptance. Another significant benefit is greatly enhanced self-awareness. The practices of Tantra are a mirror that reflects your inner world back to you. Through meditation and mindful presence, you become a conscious observer of your thoughts, emotions, and patterns of behavior. You start to see clearly what serves your highest good and what holds you back. This clarity empowers you to make more conscious choices in your life, breaking free from conditioned reactions and unconscious habits. This journey inward leads to a more authentic and empowered way of being, where you are the master of your inner state, rather than a victim of external circumstances. Tantric practice also enriches your relationships and your connection to the world. As you cultivate a state of inner union and balance, this harmony naturally radiates outward. You learn to see the divine in others, which fosters deeper compassion, empathy, and understanding. Communication becomes more conscious and heart-centered. By practicing presence, you learn to truly listen and be with others, creating more meaningful and intimate connections. The feeling of separation from the world dissolves, replaced by a profound sense of interconnectedness with all of life, leading to a more joyful and engaged existence. Ultimately, the greatest benefit of Tantric Yoga is the potential for spiritual awakening. The systematic practices are designed to awaken the dormant Kundalini energy, leading to an expansion of consciousness. This is not just a philosophical idea, but a tangible experience of your true nature, as boundless, blissful, and eternally connected to the source of all that is. The practice helps you realize that you are not just a limited individual, but a manifestation of universal consciousness. This awakening brings a profound sense of purpose, freedom, and an unshakable peace that permeates every moment of your life, transforming it into a continuous celebration of the divine. Section 8. Navigating the path, safety, guidance, and modern Tantra. Approaching the sacred path of Tantric Yoga requires sincerity, respect, and a commitment to safe practice. This is not a tradition for casual experimentation or for those seeking quick thrills. The techniques involved, particularly those related to breathwork and the awakening of Kundalini energy, are incredibly powerful. When practiced correctly under proper guidance, they can lead to profound transformation and healing. However, if practiced incorrectly or without adequate preparation, they can lead to energetic imbalances, psychological distress, and even physical harm. Therefore, discipline and caution are paramount for any aspiring student. This highlights the critical importance of finding a qualified and authentic teacher or guru. An experienced guide can assess your individual needs, temperament, and level of readiness. They can provide the correct techniques in the proper sequence and offer support as you navigate the powerful experiences that may arise. A true teacher embodies the principles they teach and guides from a place of integrity, wisdom, and compassion. Be wary of instructors who focus excessively on the sexual aspects of Tantra, make grandiose promises of instant enlightenment, or lack a clear connection to an established lineage. A genuine path requires patience and dedication. It's also important to understand the distinction between classical Tantra and what is often called Neo-Tantra in the modern West. Classical Tantra is a comprehensive and ancient spiritual system from India, with deep philosophical roots and a structured path toward enlightenment. Neo-Tantra, on the other hand, is a modern Western adaptation that often focuses primarily on sexuality, conscious relationships, and personal growth. While Neo-Tantra can offer valuable tools for improving intimacy and self-awareness, it often lacks the full spiritual context, disciplined practices, and ultimate goal of liberation found in the classical tradition. Therefore, When you seek to learn Tantra, be clear about what you are looking for. If your goal is a deep spiritual transformation rooted in an authentic tradition, seek out teachers with a clear lineage and a comprehensive approach. Begin slowly and build a solid foundation with basic practices like mindful asana, simple pranayama, and meditation. Listen to your body and your intuition. Never force any practice, and always prioritize safety and stability. By approaching this sacred path with humility, discipline, and the right guidance, you can safely unlock its immense potential for growth and awakening. Section 9. A Life Illuminated. Embracing the Divine in Everything. In its purest form, Tantric Yoga is a revolutionary and life-affirming philosophy. It offers a pathway to spiritual fulfillment that does not require you to renounce the world or deny your humanity. Instead, it invites you to embrace every aspect of your life: the light and the shadow, the joy and the sorrow, the sacred and the seemingly mundane, as a perfect expression of divine consciousness. This is the essence of its non-dual perspective. There is no separation. You are not separate from God, and the material world is not separate from spirit. Everything is woven from the same sacred fabric of existence. This path teaches us to transform our perception, to see our lives not as a series of random events, but as a sacred dance of energy and consciousness. Every breath becomes a prayer, every meal a sacrament, and every interaction an opportunity for love and connection. The goal is to live in a state of continuous yoga, or union, where the division between your spiritual practice and your daily life dissolves completely. You learn to find your temple not in a faraway ashram, but within your own heart, and your guru not outside yourself, but in the wisdom of your own awakened awareness. The journey of Tantra is a journey home to your true self. It is a process of peeling away the layers of conditioning, fear, and limitation to reveal the radiant, blissful, and all-powerful being that you have always been. It is a path of radical self-acceptance and empowerment, teaching you that you already possess everything you need to be happy, whole, and free. The divine is not something to be sought in the future or in another place. It is a living reality to be discovered and experienced in the vibrant immediacy of this very moment. Therefore, Tantric Yoga is more than just a practice. It is a way of living a fully illuminated life. It is an invitation to fall in love with your own existence and to recognize the profound beauty and magic that permeates every particle of creation. By walking this path, you learn to weave all the threads of your being into a magnificent tapestry of consciousness, transforming your life into a work of art and a celebration of the divine. This is the ultimate promise of Tantra, to awaken to the simple, extraordinary truth that you and the universe are one.